As always, sir, as you mentioned, Governor Saab, it is very difficult to follow a brilliant speaker. And for me, I have to follow two speakers. And one, I think the exposition which I heard today by Justice Kair was absolutely brilliant. And all of us, certainly, I have learned so much from what you said today. And to follow you, sir, is an impossibility. What we are today talking about, the ninth Guru of ours, it is his 400th birth anniversary, Prakash Purab. ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਮੌਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਵਾਕਿਆਤ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਹੈ ਪਿਛਲੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ 350 ਸਾਲ 10ਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦਾ ਸੀ, 400 ਸਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਸੀ, ਹੁਣ ਐਤਕੀ 550 ਸਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦਾ, ਔਰ ਅੱਜ 400 ਸਾਲਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ। what history, what tradition, सब कुछ है। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਅਗਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਤੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਤੇ it would be a different country and a different world. Today, what was his message in his basic message was religious tolerance, and for religious tolerance ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਸੀਸ ਦਿੱਤਾ। And where is this message doesn't remain within the confines of our small Punjab. It goes to the entire nation and across the oceans to the other countries of this globe to understand a message which was given 400 years ago. Are they today following it, or what is happening in the world? Look north of us. The Chinese are destroying the Uyghur nation because they are Islamic and they want to maintain their independence. Next to them is Afghanistan. You have an emerging power which doesn't accept religious tolerance in any form. Go across to Africa and you see countries there, or the Middle East, you see countries there, where today all this message of love and understanding and tolerance doesn't exist. And here, our ninth Guru, Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib ne ਇਹ ਆਦੇਸ਼ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਸੈਂਕੜੇ ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ। So it is a pleasure for me today, sir, to extend to you on this very auspicious occasion as our governor my hearty welcome on behalf of the House. And it is almost providential that you have taken over at a time when the Punjab Vidhan Sabha is meeting in this special session to commemorate the 400th Prakash Purab of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib. It is now also my duty to welcome Justice J.S. Kair, which I have already mentioned about, Chief Justice of India, and we are all going to relive and in our own minds the brilliant speech that he gave this morning. Thank you for coming, sir, and thank you for giving this keynote address and sharing your thoughts with us, which has gone beyond many people, including myself, what you have put to us today. Sir, while the facts about the life and message of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib are generally known to most of us, let me take the liberty to share a few relevant details. Born in 1621, he was the youngest son of Shri Hargobind Sahib, our sixth Guru. He was not an heir to his father, for the Guruship went to his nephew Shri Guru Har Rai. He succeeded the eighth Guru, Shri Guru Harkrishna Sahib, after spent many years in a small settlement of Bakara near Amritsar, where he was finally located by Makhan Shah Ji. I would especially like to highlight two aspects about Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib's life. After the compilation of the Adi Granth, many poems and shloks penned by him were incorporated into our Guru Granth Sahib by his son Shri Guru Dasmi Pacha Gobind Singh Ji. The second aspect, which is sometimes less elaborated in popular discourse, is that of the first Guru. The ninth Guru was also a great traveler. He traveled across the breadth of the country, traversing Punjab, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Bengal, Odisha, Assam, and modern Bangladesh. His son, Gobind Rai, later the 10th Guru, was born in Patna in December 1666. During his eastward travels, I am sure that his tours helped him experience the diversity of India and helped buttress his inclusive and pluralistic outlook, and gave him the idea that it was a diverse India, but an India which is Indian. Even today, look at our country. We are different religions, we are different castes, we are different creeds. We have Hindus, we have Muslims, we have Sikhs, we have Christians, we have Buddhists, we have Jainis, and yet, when the time comes, we all rise as Indians. And that is something which is Guru Sahib imbibed from his travels all over, that this is what India is all about. He also founded the town of, जैसे स्पीकर साहब ने कहा, चकनान की जरा ਹੁਣ ਅਨੰਦਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, a place represented by the speaker, as I said, which later became the birthplace of the Khalsa. And for me, it is a great honor that before the Battle of Anandpur Sahib, he sent a hukamnama to my ancestor to come and join the battle, which our ancestors did. And that hukamnama is a prized possession in our family today. He also, on the outskirts of Patiala, you have a fort. As you enter Patiala, there's a fort on our left. It was called Saifabad, and it was named after the local governor there, whose name was Saifuddin Khan. He became a disciple of Guru Tegh Bahadur, who came there, and eventually the Mughal governor of Sirhind removed him. And it was my ancestor. I don't want to repeat these things are not done, but it is part of history. My ancestor Maharaja Amar Singh named it Bahadurgarh, and later on his grandson Maharaja Karam Singh built a Gurdwara there where Naume Padsha had come and stayed. Ladies and gentlemen, the faith in this is distinguished by the tradition of martyrdom to uphold principles and righteousness given to us by our gurus. It is here the history remembers that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was, as has been told to you today, with great pride as Hindadi Chadar, for making the supreme sacrifice for the opposing forced conversions and for the protection of religious freedom. And that is exactly what I said today. Is the world following it? Are we in this country following it? Do we have religious freedom? Are we able to express our views in the way that we wish and that it's acceptable to all? I think India is growing, and yet this is a portion that needs to be strengthened. And so must it in the world. If we want world peace, we must have it. I mean, as I mentioned to you, there are places in the world where intolerance is the order of the day. You have people being killed because they belong to another religion. And that is unacceptable to what should be humanity. And I think that is what our gurus taught us. And here, wherever we are, whether I see when there's a crisis anywhere in the world, you see Sikh organizations coming forward to help. Whether it is a fire or a flood or anything else happens, you see them coming out to help. Now that is all imbibed in us from the teachings of our gurus. And we have already, the Governor Sahib mentioned to you, Bhai Mati Das Ji, Bhai Sati Das Ji, Bhai Dayal Ji, Das Ji, कुर्बानियां उन्होंने दित्तियां, and नौवें पातशाह शीश दिता पर सिर ना दिता. It goes above my head. His head was carried by another associate, Bhai Jeevan Singh Ji, Bhai Jeta Ji, जिन्हां नूं जाणदे असीं, to the Guru's son, that was then Guru Dasme Padsha Gobind Singh Ji, from Delhi to Anandpur Sahib. On this occasion, let us pay special tribute to the remarkable bravery and courage of Bhai Jataji also. History will always remember him whenever we speak of this tragic event. The relevance, Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib's life as an embodiment of sacrifice and standing for one's principles, giving his life but not changing his religion. And he wrote that in advance and he sent it to the Mughal emperor as we were told. He is his supreme sacrifice to uphold the cause of Kashmiri Pandits who feared religious persecution in the Mughal Empire, a unique example in Indian history, for he was unwavering in his percept and faith. His sacrifice was important 3.5 years ago, and it is as relevant today as I've already mentioned. India has its unique cultural tradition, and when we call Indianness, this is the idea of India. Our ancient Indian philosophy tells us, texts have espoused the idea of Vasudeva Kutambakam. The world is one family. Similarly, in the Sikh faith, we have the concept of Sarbatapala, welfare of the entire humanity. It was to uphold the right of people of this land to peacefully follow the faith of their choice that Guru Sahib gave his Shahadat. And by doing so, he set a unique example in history of sacrificing his life, which was taken in a most gruesome and torturous manner. India continues to be a pluralistic country, which has the unique distinction of being home to almost every faith in the world. This is what gives India its richness and cultural diversity. The slogan that we often hear and talk about, unity in diversity, is not a hollow or empty slogan. It carries a deep meaning which must be understood and internalized by all of us. We can pay our greatest tribute to Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib if we all imbibe his universal message of love and religious tolerance and freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, and my colleagues, the life and message of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji lies at the heart of what we have come to be regarded as Punjabiyat. It comprises our Sanji Tehzeeb, our Ma Boli Punjabi, our close ties of amity and fraternity cutting across people, faiths, castes, and communities. The essence of the Punjabiyat needs to be understood, appreciated, and nurtured carefully. The spirit of Punjabiyat has been taken by our people to all corners of the globe, where they have made a special place for themselves through dint of hard work, enterprise, and sacrifice. Speaker Sahib, this Punjabiyat often is tested by forces that represent a narrow and short-sighted perspective as against the broad, all-embracing vision given to us by our gurus. It is our bounden duty as representatives of the people to guard against such inimical forces very consciously and not to allow our competing political interests to ever undermine the strong foundations of this Punjabi. Politics has its place, but Punjabiyat has its own place. The 400th Prakash Purab of the 9th Guru should help us renew our pledge and to show the people the right path as their rightful leaders and representatives. I trust through this August House we can once again reiterate this message of universal peace and brotherhood on this historic occasion. We have planned to celebrate this occasion very gloriously as we have done in the past. Unfortunately, this surge of COVID cases made us restricted. I hope things will cool down on that front and that we will be able to do various things which we are planning. I can tell you, we are going to have the functions of at Shri Anandpur Sahib and Baba Bakala, the exhibition on the life and teachings of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib, exhibition of handicrafts, Punjabi Literary Festival, drama Hindi Chadar, sports events, multimedia light and sound shows, Sufi music festivals. And I'm hopeful that with the blessings of the Vaheguru, that we will be able to fulfill most of these events, even though COVID continues to cast its shadow. And there's a strong possibility of the cases increasing again this October. God willing, it now doesn't happen, but the way things are going, one never knows. But nevertheless, we will continue to celebrate this occasion as best as we can within the framework of the rules that will exist at that moment. Infrastructure projects for major towns associated with Guru Sahib are already underway. We have upgraded the historic place of Baba Bakala from a Gram Panchayat into a municipal town. Special plans are afoot to improve the infrastructure of Anandpur Sahib. 103 Charan Show Prapt places have been identified by Guru Sahib actually visited. There are 79 villages and 24 towns. And we have given rupees 50 lakhs per village for its internal development in some form, as they think best, and 1 crore per town for something to be developed there in his memory. We have established the Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur University of Law in Taran district, the first university ever in Punjab, and we are very proud to have announced it just recently. Government has released a commemorative stamp on the occasion. The state government has also released commemorative gold and silver coins on this occasion, and we are conserving and developing the old jail at Basi Patana, where Guru Sahib is reported to have been kept imprisoned on his way to Delhi. I am happy to share that we have already planted more than 1.3 crore saplings in the two Gurpurab celebrations that took place this year, which will be hugely beneficial to Punjab's environment in the long run. We have also forwarded a memorandum to the Prime Minister, a grant to ask for a grant of 938 crore for various infrastructure projects in the state. As I conclude, sir, let me say how humbled I feel as being part of this august house and our collective effort in paying tribute to our great Guru. The presence of Justice K. amidst us and the message sent by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who could not join us today but has sent his blessings, add to the stature of today's session. I am happy that the Government of India has also decided to observe this historic occasion in a befitting manner. The state government will also do its best to take the message of the great Guru to not only across the country, but also to different parts of the globe where we have followers settled today. I don't think there's any country in the world where you don't have Punjabis settled today. The message of Guru Sahib is universal and deserves to be disseminated to the humanity at large. Speaker Sahib, I send my heartfelt greetings to the people of the state and to my fellow Punjabis settled in different parts of India and the world, and I pray that Akal Purkh may bless our state and its people and the humanity with peace, good health, happiness, and keep us forever in Chardi Kala. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Jai Hind.